reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no
by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, none of that in my life. You know me, my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. It's our field. 5.
On first down, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey. Ready.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. Open man here is Foster. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Be careful. Be careful.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the Texans, 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And an alley to run. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Big series right here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a mess.
From the gun, Eason. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. 30. He cuts right sideline and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second and 4. And some space here. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw? That's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
You don't know no better. Go.
On 3rd down, it's Ellis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
At the 38-yard line.
To throw on second down, Eason. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
5:55. Hey, Zoo.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Travel. Get it.
Again, the first man through, Gillespie, the fullback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Eason. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the 1st and... timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
On 1st and 10, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Eason, and this one complete to Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set 61, matchbox lights.
Operating from the gun, Eason. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
To throw again, Eason. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Eason trying to lay one up deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They come up in an offset eye. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Check.
6-3, 218, chop it.
Hey, Mike's 50.
So don't say nothing.
Jim.
Check. Blue draw quarters. Fire.
The final shot before break. Eason, and he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken very short.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready?
55.
Recon, 132 fighter.
I'm coming.
Ready?
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Ready? 60 or.
He's brought down at the 15 yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason, he's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You can't stop me.
Second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Patterson on the carry. And an alley to run. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
We go. 10 logo.
Watch tight end. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Let's go.
Back to throw. Eason. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing on first down. Eason, he's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that's caught by Smith.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
What? 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Yo, go, go. Snap.
On 1st down, Ellis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready. 50, plank.
Double time, double time.
Greystone, travel.
Oh.
Yes.
SOS.
5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ellis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
61, matchbox, lights. Ready.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Watch the safety creep.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Now a give, right side. It's Ellis looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Eason, the quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
95 to 6.
Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over them. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Patterson. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the gun, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw. Eason, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Eason gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. Eason got an open man. It's Foster. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Bravo! Go! Check 55 to Mike! Check 55 to Mike! Hey, let's get that ball, Let's go!
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. Looking to throw. Eason. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Here's McCaffrey. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen. All game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch time. Look at me. Door.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Eason, he's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Eason, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 54 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the gun, Eason. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Kill.
Watch the shit.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Throwing again. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm trying to collect. Mike 50, Mike 50.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.